All right, let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready to rock. Let us head to the drafts. Again, we do not have our first round pick this year. That belongs to Edmonton. I'm aware of the Binghamton Senators alternate logo. I am. They've had that one for a while. Caden Lindstrom, end of season conversation. Spent my time working on the position, but I don't think it's my best direction to move to center full time. Okay. That's a bit disappointing because that means we won't be able to get him to work on his face-offs, but he can still play center relatively well. Interesting, though, that we might have to keep him at left wing. The Seattle Kraken have finally won a lottery. They move up from 3 to 1, and that was really the only bit of movement was in the top 3 as Edmonton has the 13th overall pick. Again, that previously belonged to us. But we didn't have too many end-of-season meetings there. In terms of retired players, Blake Wheeler, Bruins legend, is gone. Corey Perry, Craig Smith, Bonino. How'd I feel if Swayman got traded to the Habs? If he gets paid, good for him. I really wouldn't be that upset. I mean, depending on the return, really. Drew Doughty is gone. Ryan Suter, Kevin Shattenkirk, Eric and Jack Johnson, Chris Tanev. And in goal, Jonathan Quick, straight to the Hall of Fame. James Reimer, straight in the bin. Keith Kincaid also gone. And Bruins legend, Michael Hutchinson. Holy shit, when did Hutch grow out the hair? When did Hutch grow out the hair? I had no idea. He's got a couple years worth of it on like NHL pictures. I'm used to this Michael Hutchinson. Not like stupid sexy Michael Hutchinson. When the hell did that happen? Okay, well, fair enough. Doughty, Wheeler, and Tanev all become coaches. Okay. Shout out to Terrio, twitch.tv/Terrio. Reimer, Suter, Quick, and Smith all become scouts. All right. And we will head to the draft. But it's not so much going to be about the draft for us as much as it is about potential moves. Colorado is willing to trade the 4th overall pick. We immediately need to go talk to them about that. Immediately. And I'm hoping, he's not, that Iginla would have been back on the block. But Colorado willing to move the 4th overall pick. They want Kent Johnson or Frondell, Sillinger, Nazco. All right, well, we will try to manually find a trade with Colorado, if possible. Which, honestly, it should be possible. Because we're looking at moving Olin Zellweger, who's just never going to reach his full potential. And that could be the flip of Matty Beniers back to the Western Conference. Again, I like Matty. We're going to get more value out of him than Seattle got from us acquiring him. We just don't have room for the guy. We don't. Unless we want to trade Sean Monahan, and that's its own issue. So I feel kind of bad for Seattle. But, and Anaheim for that matter, because if we can pull this off. Now, the big issue is cap space, right? Colorado is a bit up against it right now because of the big 3. Makar has a new extension kicking in. Middlestad's got an extension. Girard's got an extension kicking in. It looks like we'd have to take on the rights to Lehkonen, Colton, and Jonathan Drouin. And they'd still be over the cap. Jesus. All right, well, it might just have to be Beniers. I don't think we can make this work otherwise. Well, maybe Shillington. Is that enough? No, it's not. All right. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate, but they do want Matty. Okay, we are going to have to make one addition. Excuse me. Very good chance I'm going to end up getting sick, by the way, between the travel that I had. My wife has a cold right now, so looking forward to that. So if we were to acquire the signing rights to Arturi Lehkonen, the big thing here is the 4th overall pick, right? Beniers doesn't really fit. We get the 4th overall pick from the Avs. It's a pretty good deal from us. Can we add... Oh, bitch. Oh, there goes Landon DuPont to Seattle. We knew that was coming. It doesn't show the timer anymore, so I actually didn't know. Oh, well, that's nice. It doesn't show the timer, but it brings the trade right back up. Okay, I like it. I like it. That's actually sick. So if we go back, Matty Beniers for the 4th overall pick, 2/3, and the signing rights to Arturi Lehkonen. What about 1/3? What about a 4th and Arturi Lehkonen? Okay, well, having to give up a little bit more isn't ideal. This could be where we flip Anthony Stolarz. Okay. Well, it is for the 4th overall pick, and we'll get a younger player that we can kind of build up into what we need them to be. What about the 85th overall from Winnipeg? Wow, I'm actually going to have to add more to this than I wanted. What about the Oilers 3rd? Really? Is Beniers viewed as that lowly? Beniers and 3/3 for the 4th overall and Arturi Lehkonen signing rights. Jesus. Dude, nobody views Matty Beniers as worth it. Like, did he kick a puppy? I just met the guy this week. He doesn't seem like the type that would kick a puppy. But apparently he did. Dude, it's going to have to be 4 third-round picks. Jesus. Okay, well, it's going to have to be a 2nd. And more. Holy hell. Dude, Colorado, you're killing me here, but I got to do it. Beniers, a 2nd, a 3rd, and a 4th for Lehkonen and a 4th overall pick. There we go. Okay. Jesus. Well, again, it made sense to move on from Matty Beniers. It wasn't a fit for us. But we turned Kirill Marchenko into a 4th overall pick. So that's pretty good business on our part. Olin Zellweger, again, you're just not going to be what I need you to be. The Ducks are willing to offer 2 second-round picks to get you back. Florida's offering the 24th overall pick. Rangers offering pick 27. 29 from Vancouver. Not that I want to trade Zellweger within the Eastern Conference because it could backfire. It could backfire, you know? But also, I wouldn't be trading him if I wasn't confident that he's not going to be that good. We'll trade Zellweger to Florida for the 24th overall pick and a little bit more. Again, we were willing to get rid of him. We were willing to get rid of Matty Beniers. Evan Bouchard, his no movement clause is about to kick in. If we are going to move him, it's got to be now. It's got to be now. We have to at least explore it. Otherwise, ooh, okay. That's interesting. It just brings back the same trade. At least it tells you, like, hey, you can't do it. And Johnson, Fantilli, Monahan, Del Belbaluz. Ooh, he's up to an 83. Not bad. Left wing side, Lindstrom, Frondell. Lehkonen will probably be flipped. Or just let him go, because it'd be like a 6th or a 7th. Okay. If we were to move on from Evan Bouchard, it would have to be for a high-value player that a team's also looking to move. Like, Hampus Lindholm isn't enough, right? Like, it's not the word. Wow, Zane Parekh. Holy shit, has he developed? I mean, Parekh and Belshitz. Please tell me it's Belshits and not Belchets. Calgary actually could be interesting in this conversation. What is Bouchard's value again? All right, between the V and the A. Don't take that out of context. He's got the gooch of trade value. It's like technically, like Leo Carlson, Trevor Zegras types could be possible. McAvoy and Pasternak wouldn't be possible. Byram, Jack Quinn. First line sniper, Jack Quinn. Definitely needs to be set up to shoot the puck more, but technically, I mean, we are looking for a right wing in that spot. You could argue whether or not it's worth it. We'd miss out on quite a bit of value, though, because they don't want to trade him. Levi, I still don't know if I want to invest in goal. We have goaltenders coming up to the system, though, you know? So, Calgary, again, with Zane Parekh and the Belchets. Very interesting players there. Dude, Sharon Govich is their most valuable player. Jesus. Carolina. Not looking too good. Chicago. Kevin Korchinski, but he's a left side. So we'd be talking about, like, Kindle. They ended up with Patrick Laine, too. Let's look at Kindle. Playmaker. It's not really what we need. We need a sniper more. So we're up at 4th overall. Let's call a timeout here. We got to weigh the options as to whether or not Evan Bouchard's worth it, right? Colorado, it would be a Ginla and a nobody else, really. Again, I don't mind Joe Iginla at all. We wanted him in the first place, but I mean, we could go for Jack Quinn. Dallas. Yeah, Wyatt Johnston. Oh, the old stank oven. I mean, if we could get him moved to the right wing, he'd be sick. Nobody to really pair him with, though, because Johnston wouldn't quite fit. So, Detroit. I mean, in theory, there's a reality where Lucas Raymond could happen. He is listed as a playmaker, though. Like, I'd want him to be a sniper. Like, I think there are reasonable trades, but there's nothing that's like, oh my God, clearly we need to get rid of Evan Bouchard right now. There's the Calder winner, Philip Pock. Last thing we need is another center, though. Kempe, Byfield, Yaskin, who they just drafted. Left wing, two-way forward. We don't need that either. Minnesota. Matt Boldy is possible. Brock Faber. Brock Faber's possible. But I think we keep Bouchard, man. I mean, unless Parekh looks that good as a direct replacement right defenseman. Right? Because otherwise we're talking about moving him for a top right wing. I mean, like Slavkovsky actually isn't doing that bad, but he's more of a left wing as opposed to a right wing. Nashville, nobody lines up. Jersey, I mean, we go for Hughes over, or not Hughes, but Jack Quinn over Dawson Mercer. I think we're pretty well set on sticking with Bouchard. How's the drafting been in the game so far? Pretty similar. I don't know if anything really changed about that element of the mode. Playmaker, though. He's a playmaker, though. Mac, what's up? We're doing well. Michael Bunting is the most valuable player on the Pittsburgh Penguins. I'll take things you never want to hear as a Penguins fan for 500, Ken. Holy shit. Porter Martone? Power forward that we passed on drafting before. Landon DuPont, first overall pick. Value is sky high. Might have to call another timeout here in a second. Hopefully we're not running out of time. Shouldn't be, though. Okay. I'm pretty confident I know what direction we'd go in a trade situation for Bouchard before that no movement clause kicks in. And we do have the 4th overall pick this year. Oh, dude, so the timer is just like glitching out, eh? Yeah, there we go, 9 minutes. Normally it showed in the top right. All right, we got plenty of time now, that's for sure. So if it were to be a deal for Evan Bouchard, it would be with Calgary. And it would be to acquire Zane Parekh, who does look like he could potentially outright replace Bouchard. So the big question is the Belchets. Ethan Belchet, 76 overall at 19. Big left wing. Listed as a power forward. He's a left wing, though. Left-handed shot. Power forward's probably pretty accurate. Again, if we were going to trade Bouchard, now's the time to do it before his ELC kicks in. I have that prospective trade written down, but we're not going to commit to it yet. Let's double check that there wasn't anybody else that we wanted to get rid of. Bouch to Calgary. Edmonton fans would hate this. Well, that's one of the reasons why I might do it. Just because it would be funny. We love memes. Not that Parekh and Belchets would be necessarily worth 4 first-round picks, though. That's the other element to this. Damon Severson, still on a no trade. We do need a 4th-line left defenseman now, after the trade of Zellweger. We need a top-line right wing now. We definitely got some holes in this lineup. Definitely. Of course, a lot of this talent that we have is at center. Okay. We got the 4th overall pick, 24th and 25th, which isn't bad. I'm going to think about that Bouchard trade, but I mean, it's still a 60-point defenseman who is capable of getting more depending on the talent that we put around him. Yeah, I mean, that's tough to beat. That is tough to beat. I don't think I'm going to deal him. Like, there are some decent offers on the table, but I don't think we're moving him. So in terms of the picks here, we got 4 guys listed as a medium elite. Christian Gunderson, Kimmo Kauppinen, Reese Locke, and Jackson Jacobson. So 3 forwards and a defenseman. Obviously, that right wing side with Reese Locke looks pretty good, but he's a 2-way. Gunderson. Parekh could be better than Bouchard. I doubt it. At least in the game. So Christian Gunderson, he's going to be NHL ready. Floor comparison, rumored to have shutdown, which there's no way he will as a sniper. Kimmo Kauppinen listed as a gem, A+ physical. Holy shit. Marc-Edouard Vlasic comparison. Let's go. Ice pack, no contest, and bouncer confirmed. He is going to be a pure defensive defenseman. Reese Locke. Jesus Christ, he crushed it in the queue this year. Pretty much straight A's. Joe Thornton comparison. NHL ready, no abilities. And then Jackson Jacobson also crushed it in the W this year. Defense isn't so hot. NHL ready. I mean, Gunderson as someone who can play the right side as a sniper, but I mean, he'd be on the off wing, but that's not the end of the world. Locke can play the right, but he's listed as a two-way, but has a good shooting category, so maybe it's like, okay, do we risk having him turn into a sniper? And then Kapanen could be that defenseman that we need. I don't know if I'd want to immediately play him in the NHL, but we could after trading Zellweger. He could be the guy. He could be the guy. JK, take it easy, man. Appreciate you hanging out. Okay, nobody else. I'll try to do the Blue Jackets proud here. San Jose. Is it going to be possible to move up with the Sharks? Because Gunderson and Kapanen are the two missing pieces in terms of a sniper that can play the right side and a left-handed defenseman. Locke would be nice, but I don't trust we could turn into a sniper. I'd rather have just someone on the offhand. And then Jacobson just doesn't really fit what we're looking to do here. Can we possibly acquire this pick from the Sharks? I fucking doubt it. But if we use pick 24, pick 25, I mean, value-wise, it looks okay, but my God, the amount of picks they have. What if we safety net it with a couple of picks? What if we take out the 5th? Take out the 4th? Take out the 3rd? Still not enough. That was to be expected. Now, we do have a surplus of goalies. Values aren't as crazy as they used to be. But Vinny and Gardner are going to be directly competing with Gabriel Daig unless Daig ends up being the backup next year. If I could just like randomly add Stolars. I still need to flip Stolars if I can. It'd probably have to be other picks. Unless we can add like Arturi Lekkonen's signing rights. That's still not enough. Center. Not too much to add. What if we also add our 3rd round pick? And what if we add our 3rd round pick next year? I got a feeling I'm well short of the value, but we'll add Vancouver's 2nd rounder next year. I mean, you got to figure this would be worth it for us. What if we also now add our 3rd rounder this year? What if we take out Lehkonen? Got to go after one of the goalies, Gardner or Vinny. Vinny's 1 point better, but 1 year older. Gardner has a little bit more value. Are they willing to take Emil Vinny? They would still have too many goalies. Is there anybody on an expiring deal? What if we take on VTech? No. I don't think we're going to have the value to pull this off. One more timeout. We still got to try. I don't want to say this is where a Bouchard deal could happen, but maybe. Fucking maybe. I mean, Medvedev is a solid player, but we'd get somebody better. How's the speed of the advanced A button? Gets very laggy, jumpy on my Series S. Just wondering if it's a console thing. Shot the spread eagle. It's maybe a little bit slow, but not quite as bad as you're describing it for me. But there has been known slowdown issues with the game that they, I believe, are planning to fix with the first patch, hopefully, which is a couple days from now. Sorry, trying to make sure I don't do anything dumb with this trade beyond making the trade itself. Could it be a Series S issue? Maybe. Like, I do know for a fact, like, the Series S is a pain in the ass for them to develop around right now. Reason for that being is it's basically the in-between of an Xbox One and the the higher powered consoles, so they're still not like fully next gen, essentially. Which could maybe explain the slowdown issue. Medvedev, Vinny, 2 first and a second. Dude, we're not even in the right ballpark here. We're not even in the right ballpark. Let's try again. I mean, the best thing we could do is land both of these players right now. Otherwise, we're kind of banking on free agency to fill the gaps in the lineup. But this could get it done immediately. So the 2 first-round picks. Second rounder from Vancouver. Future second rounder from us. How close can we really get? And then what if we add Medvedev? Still not there. Worth a shot about negative value. Good shout. They do want to get rid of Nico Sturm and Logan Couture. Couture won't come here, though. Nico Sturm's not enough. Barclay Goodrow would come here. Doesn't quite have negative value to them, but it'd be nice if Logan would be willing to come here, but he's not. Anybody else with a decent little cap hit here? Troy Stetcher? Yeah, still not enough. What if we take out that second? Man, it might have to be 3 firsts. It might have to be. To get the 4th and the 5th overall pick. 2 firsts, 2 seconds, Medvedev. Yeah, we already did that one. That's right. God, a 2030 first, huh? 3 first in Medvedev. It's a lot. It's a lot, but I have confidence in these back-to-back picks. I do have confidence with these back-to-back picks. We have, you need Celebrini, I fear. Sin, I wouldn't possibly take him away. We have Christian Gunderson, who can be that right-wing sniper that we need. And then we have Kimmo Kauppinen, who can be that left defenseman that we need to replace Olen Zellweger. There's a lot to give up, but I do think it's worth it. We have a little bit of extra time here. So again, we got a couple of players I would like to flip. Can we get rid of Stolars? 6th and a 7th. Dima, Nuchev. 5th rounder from the Oilers. 3rd rounder from Minnesota, from Nashville by way of Minnesota, but we'd have to take on a goalie. I can't have that guy on the roster. We'll take that 5th rounder from Edmonton. Defensively, nobody move. Josh Doan, we can just try to recoup whatever value might be there. There's not a ton, but Gavin Hayes' deal is up. Let's just clear that cap space. Left wing side, again, Hayes, we're just going to be cutting. Can I flip Arturi Lehkonen? And his signing rights, yeah, we'll just let him go. Barclay Goodrow, I can't imagine has any value. Shocker. And then centers, does Nico Sturm have any value? No. Okay. Well, let's see if this pans out for us. The 4th and 5th overall picks now. We're going to take the Finn first in Kimmo Kauppinen. On defense, 80 overall, medium elites, out of the gates. With no contest, bouncer and ice pack. He is perfect. He is exactly what we needed. I mean, he's going to be on the roster day 1 next to David Yarosek. Or maybe even Evan Bouchard. And then our new top line right wing. Granted, he's a left-handed shot, but that's okay. The Swede, Christian Gunderson. A little bit worried he might be a better playmaker than a sniper. But Gunderson's the pick. 80 overall, medium elites. with a defensive ability. What? Why does the sniper have stick 'em up? Dude, attribute-wise, that guy's a two-way. He's not even a sniper. He's a fucking two-way. The Gunderson pick might backfire. It might. We talked about Reese Locke, him being a two-way and trying to make him a sniper. Maybe that would have been the better way to go. Maybe it would have been. Time will tell. There's no way we can make another trade, though. It pretty much is what it is. Yeah, I don't think we're really going to be able to trade up at this stage. I mean, I am so low on draft picks now. Like, we're just going to have to advance. But I want to see how the first round played out. So Locke goes to the Bruins. Two-way with no abilities, though. And yeah, he pretty similar attribute spread to Gunderson. And then Jacobson's only a 76. Yeah, I'd say we made the right choice. I would very much say that we made the right choice. The team is obviously a little bit weaker on paper in the short term. My God, the Sharks had... I mean, those are the picks that we dealt away. So, I think we did pretty well. I think we did. Let's see if we can find any steals in the draft now at this point. We got a couple of guys up around elites, which pin these guys to the board here. Ooh, 3 out of 4 low elite. Ruskevich might be the guy. Anybody with a confirmed 3 out of 4 medium 4? Yeah, that's fine. Well, actually, 3 out of 4 medium 4 is not bad. There a goalie, 3 out of 4 starter. Biarala, another Finn. Yeah, Sin and Monk, I see you guys hanging out in chat. I can take a guess as to what you're thinking. So at the top of this board, it's the 3 out of 4 low elites. Jan Rusakevich, another left defenseman. I heard the cats. And then Kai Vatanen, a goaltender. Not that we need another goaltender, but it might be worth it. Oh, you herded the cats as opposed to herd the cats. Gotcha. Pick number 119, pick number 89. Let's go for Kai Vatanen. We'll take another goalie. Yes, sir. 47 overall. But medium elite Kai Vatanen. Perfect trade piece. And nothing more. Oh my God. 47 overall. Perfect trade piece. Let's see if we can make a deal with Chicago so we can also get that defenseman, because otherwise we are going to be too far down the board in the 5th round. We do have some fringe goalies we could look to move here. Ahonen and Ekman Larson. Anybody else? I mean, Christ, I have way too many goalies. Christ, I don't want to move Ravensburgen. Who else can I potentially move here to get this deal done? What about Cameron and Singh? There we go. All right, we'll just give Chicago a whole bunch of trash garbage, and we will go after that low elite that was at 3 out of 4 confirmed, that being Jan Rusakevich, who is a low elite, 50 overall at 18 years old. I'm going to have more confidence in the low elite to develop for obvious reasons, but we're actually able to do some damage in the draft here. We're down in the 5th round. A 2 out of 4 low elites and Sergei Kolosov. Let's see. Low 9. Oof. Well, we're hoping for the best. We're hoping for the best with just a random shot in the dark. There's a 2 out of 4, a couple of 2 out of 4 medium top 6s. 2 out of 4 medium 4. And still the 3 out of 4 medium starter, Pasi Pirala. We'll take another Finnish goaltender, who is a 47 overall. That is 2 47 overall Finnish goaltenders. Let's go. Let's go. Okposo is probably next year. Just to hope for the best. We'll take the Norwegian. I've taken enough players out of Scandinavia and nearby areas. Medium 4 or medium bottom 6. Medium 4 would have been sweet. Draft God in chat. Is he, though? Is he? Where the hell even was this Gardner of which you spoke? You're only saying Gardner because he's an enforcer at 5'11", which is hilarious. I'll give you that. I think he'll be trash, but it is hilarious. Let me just double check these top 3. Fuck it. Whatever. Give me that low 7th enforcer, baby. Low 6 at a 51. Low elite, easy. Yeah, about that one, champ. You owe me a prime sub. You're close. Get out of here. You owe me a primer for that one. Oh, R. DeSantis. Well, given that I'm taking plenty of people that are incompetent. Raymond DeSantis. That's a shame. Well, let's go for another Finn. Yanni Rayala. Yanni, medium bottom 6. Pick number 209 will be the Swiss Mr. Steve McDonald, who's a medium 7th. Yeah, a lot of these long shots aren't panning out. That's okay. Man, plenty of opportunities to take more Finns. We'll go for Volpati. Hope for the best. Cameron Volpati out of Austria. Medium 7th. Yeah, and that's our final pick. But we did our damage at the top of the draft. Picks 4 and 5. Kauppanen, Gunderson. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. And this team that was looking a little bit shaky all of a sudden looks pretty decent. And that also confirms Evan Bouchard is going to be here for, what was it, 5 more seasons? That no movement clause has kicked in. He's going nowhere. He's going nowhere. So in terms of the goaltenders, we will qualify Jet Greaves. Gabriel Daig needs to be signed to his ELC. Again, he's backup caliber already. Nolan Lalonde, not a bad goaltender, but we need to make space for the GOAT, Joshua Ravensbergen. Sign him to his ELC as well. I love the Insta accepts. They're so nice. Defensively, Kauppanen going to be signed immediately to his ELC. He's going straight to the NHL roster at 17 years old. Matt Kessel can go. Connor Carrick can go. Jet Wu can go. Parker Wotherspoon out the door. Galvis is terrible. Fortier Gendron, terrible. Kaiser, terrible. Makes good sandwich rolls, though. Right wing side. Sokolov, gone. Pool party, gone. Hunter McCown, definitely staying. Even for that slightly higher qualifying offer. Logan Shaw is gone. Actually, really quickly, defensively. The low elite Ruskevich. We're going to put him in the AHL immediately. Just to try and get him to develop out of nowhere. And then the right wing side, Flugens, the Latvian, but again, was playing in the O. Yeah, we're not going to worry about anybody then. Rayala. Yeah. Left wing side, Arturi Lehkonen, we are going to drop. It's just shame. Gunderson, signing him to his ELC immediately. Sampo Ranta, gone for now. Barclay Goodrow. Janssen Falby. Totally Spanish. Fuck it. Lifetime contract for totally Spanish. And by that, I mean 3 years. AHL captain, Joel Kiviranta. Aiden McDonough can go for now. Gavin Hayes, who we randomly acquired from Chicago. Like, he's fine. Like, if he's willing to become a playmaker, he's not terrible. LaRose is terrible. Vesterina's terrible. Paul is terrible and dead. And then centers. Qualifying offer for Kent Johnson. Sorry. Del Belbelou's qualifying offer. Nico Sturm will go. Fedor Svechkov qualifying offer. Curtis Douglas is out. Savoie qualifying offer. Lavin, it's gonna go. Potential's bad. Frasca's on the way out. Dessereau is on the way out. Okay. So we don't have too much to worry about. There is one decent signing, though, in the form of Kent Johnson. Let's talk to Jet Greaves. I'm going to leave it up to the qualifying offer, because if he gets an offer sheet, cool. But I don't really want to pay him that amount of money, given that we probably would only keep him for one more season anyway. Like, he's not the long-term guy here. Gavin Hayes. How long are you an RFA for? We can get you for 3 years. Let's see if that will work for us. Mr. Savoie. Have we checked scouting reports for Tugnas yet? Not, focused on it, but I haven't seen it yet. Hunter McCown. 2 years. He is back. Fedor Svechkov. We got 2 years left for Svechkov. I'm willing to give him what he's looking for. And Fedor is back. Luca Del Belbelou's. 3 years at 2.5. Honestly, I could save a little bit of money, but whatever. If he'll sign immediately, I'll take it. And he didn't even sign immediately. Kent Johnson. Ooh, he is already in no movement clause territory, huh? Damn, he wants to get paid. Shout out to Big Lou for the 2 months. If we sign him to a 2-year deal, it would still be RFA status. So we are going to have to negotiate with Kent Johnson here. I don't think we're going to have to charm him at all. Terms of the contract. Are you interested in a 2-year deal? He's willing to discuss it at 8.5. 8.5 is not terrible. His interest in the contract is pretty low, though. I mean, if he's willing to accept that, I'm good. We'll see if he takes that deal. I mean, that would be a really good bridge deal for us. We are going to have to sim a day. Kivy is back. Ken Johnson reject initially. Trade protection I'd be getting doesn't meet my needs. Savoie's back. Del Belbelou's is back. So Ken Johnson's the only holdout. Let's continue our previous discussion. Let's not. New topic. 2-year deal. 8.6 million. Let me improve the current offer. In terms of promises, those make me nervous. Adding a clause would make it more appealing. I'd be willing to entertain a clause. I mean, honestly, a no movement clause I'm fine with. I mean, it's a bridge deal. He's going nowhere. I just don't want to give him the the long-term security. Although, if we go modified, no trade. What if we go reduced for a clause? Okay. RFAs can't have clauses, though. This isn't the glitch. Maybe. Well, in fairness, he's arguing that it should be more than what it is anyway. In terms of like the years, but maybe, yeah, it might be worth passing it on. Free salary. If I increase that by $1 million, still wants a clause. What if I give you a no movement clause? Say modified no trade. Full. Damn, he just outright wants a no movement clause then, huh? What if we increase by another $250K? Again, look to give him a clause. Give him the no movement then. Full. All right. Right. What if we increase to a $10 million deal? Honestly, it might be a glitch because if I give you a no movement and a modified no trade. Full. Sir, how is that not the most protection possible? Elaborate to me. Elaborate to me how that's not the most protection possible. Have you come across offering the guy a 10K? I think it did pop up, but I maneuvered around it. His interest in the organization right now is not great. It is not great. He wants term, but doesn't know how to say it. Yeah, that's kind of what it's looking like. Let's try again. I don't, man. His lack of interest in the organization. I don't know if I can work a 2-year deal like I want to. He absolutely wants that term right now, and I don't want to give it to him. Yeah, see, I actually can't offer him a clause. Okay, but I have $35 million in cap space. I am willing to pay him. Oh my God, how much would I even have to pay him for the bridge deal? I might have to just give him the term. Yeah, I mean, 2 years. So the reason to give him the term is that eventually it'd get him up to 26, and then we give him the big deal. But I mean, we're looking at about $14 million over 2 years to get like a max interest deal. That's 14% of our cap. But maybe we should just give him the term. I mean, 8 years would still bring him up to age 32, which isn't that bad. Maybe we just give him the term he's looking for. Always try to get people to the end of their RFA eligibility, but might be time to pay Kent. You want 7 years, I want 8. 8 years, 9.5. I'm good with that. If he's good with it. This is faith in the organization is not great. Right now, 9.5, 8 years, no clauses attached if he accepts it, which he might not. He wants trade protection. Give him 76 million reasons to sign. Yeah. So again, if it's up to him, This is the deal that he gets. He wants that no movement. And he wants it in full. '29 team no trade clause, for fuck's sake. That's not too bad. It's not so much he has low faith in the club. He's pissed off how the negotiations have gone. That meter has continued to drop as these conversations have gone on. That 8th year, and all of a sudden he's not as interested. His asking price is 9.6. Dude, I don't even know if he'll take this. I mean, he'll get a no movement clause for the last 5 years of the deal. There is a way to build the, to build the organization interest up, but we're kind of past that point. We got a new topic. 8 years. Wants $9 million. Approve the offer. Clauses. Give the no movement. Structure of the clause is full. Which is what he's been asking for. Doesn't align fully with my expectations. Jesus, buddy. Ah, Kent, you are killing me with these negotiations here. This could go down to the wire. These have become some tenuous discussions with Kent Johnson. We're gonna see how this plays out heading into free agency. I don't necessarily plan on losing Kent Johnson, but if in theory he were to get the similar qualifying offer to what we got once upon a time for Evan Bouchard, we do technically have the depth to survive that. With Fantilli and Monahan at center, Del Bell, Belouz, Lindstrom, Frondell on the left, and then Gunderson, Brindley, McCown on the right. It's not the worst thing in the world if Kent Johnson goes. He's definitely a part of the plan. That said, do I think he'd get an offer for $4 million a year? No, or for 4 first-round picks? No, especially when the only trade offer on the table is for Thomas Chabot.